And right on schedule, we return to V Rising 1.0. Still playing with default settings, so any pain points that we encounter are going to be my own damn fault, because practically everything that makes anything in the game irritating can be customized in the advanced settings. But we're here checking out the pure experience. Just to see how much 1.0 has differed from its early access state. As I said in closing last time, it seems the primary change is the existence of the castle relocation heart, which will come in handy depending on how it works. For now, though, we're just loading right back in, picking up where we left off. I know we beat Gore Swine, and also the Armorer, so I don't remember who's next on the target list. Still, these are very simple questions that can be answered very shortly as soon as loading finishes. And boy, am I glad to have a progress bar. I don't even care how accurate it is. Having some feedback as to what's happening is such a step up from the frustration of Nightingale just saying, oh yeah, stuff is happening in the background. What is it? To hell with you. I don't think my gear has loaded in yet. There we go. I have available spell points. Not sure. Oh yeah, one from Gore Swine. And one from... When did I kill an illusionist? Illusion inflicts weaken. Killing weakened targets gives us Phantasm. which improves casting cooldowns. You know, I like Spectral Wolf. I like the idea of a bouncing projectile. That gives us more potentially guaranteed hits than the Chaos Rift. So let's put that in play. And we have the Unholy tab, which summons skeletons and inflicts Condemn, which increases damage dealt, and summons additional skeletons when condemned targets die. Oh, this is different. This is our counterattack skill for the Unholy Tree, and it only works in front of us. It's not a radial, don't touch me. It is, don't touch me from the front. That will have to be remembered. I think we'll unlock Bone Explosion just so it stops nagging at us, but I don't really want to equip it just yet. Now about the blood. Our next targets are level 30, which we are a little under-geared for. Chaos Archer, Firestarter, and Nibbles the Putrid Rat, which could give us rat form. I actually know. The reason this is question marks is because it's spawned. We have to spawn it from, I believe, the Rat Nest build. Clive has a Chaos spell point, Alchemy, and Moms, I suppose. And the Chaos Archer also gives us Chaos. The Devourer, which is important. This is why I've been saving old gear. Leatherworking, which can give us bags, actual bags, and longbows. So, Chaos Archer is going to be our target. Our inventory is in a decent enough state. Might want more copper gear if I can swing it. Can we?
I am missing key ingredients.
Yes, I kind of gathered. Copper and planks. We have the planks, easily. Copper, on the other hand, that doesn't look quite like the kind of copper that we need. $12 copper? I think I need more than that. Yeah, I need 16 for the sword or the crossbow. The Gravedigger ring costs Morning Lilies, which we don't have enough of. And then Dawn Runner is made from the Gravedigger ring. in a room, in a workshop. In a room, in a workshop. Well then, guess what we can do? This is really large. But I think we can still manage the two of these. Nope, not quite. I may actually have one too many furnaces. I'll also have to expand the workshop in this direction so I can get the grinder in there and possibly have room for additional grinders. How are we doing on stone? It's coming. Really, I want this in the workshop as soon as possible. Probably before even these sawmills. Wrong button. So with that in mind, we'll actually put these back outside. And the grinder can get moved in here. Now it's in a room. Now it's in a workshop. Now I have an achievement. I don't know what. But there was an achievement noise. Plus 25%. I don't know what. Minus 25%. Oh. This is now 9 stone per. Instead of 10 stone per. Wait, that doesn't seem right. That's not exactly 25%. Excuse me. Get out here. 12. Okay, 12 down to 9 is a much better exchange rate. Let me get my planks. We will expand workshop. Those 2 squares, maybe more. And I need to smash that rock to continue. Alright, not a problem. Don't need to worry about the sun because we have the shadow of our palisade to act from. Rip down the palisades. And what do you need? Tailor's flooring. We'll just get you out of the way for now. And you need forge flooring. larger workshop. Which means room to bring in the lumber mills. Just gonna throw everything around until it all fits. Oh, I can jam the tannery back there. Kind of. The spacing on it is a little weird and awkward. But that's fine. It all works out. Blood Press wants to be in an alchemy lab. Woodworking bench actually does go in the workshop. I think I'll worry about this more when I can expand my flooring and such. Also, wasn't something gating my whetstones? Stone dust and copper to make whetstones. 2 per. Okay, I can work with that. I think I want 4. Do that 4 times. And with that, basically all is well. I might want to reconnect my wall here. Nah, I don't have to care. I don't have to care. I don't have any real enemies at the moment. We're on the hunt. Running over that brook was a little strange. Oh, she's out and about. Well, that makes this kind of easy, actually.
A fight to the death! A toss of the dice! I'll see you, maybe.
I see you. Kind of have her isolated on this bridge, which works out to our advantage.
Think on your feet.
Oh, I see. She's just bombing the ground now. If this is the best she can do, we've got this in the bag.
Think on your feet.
Oh, that's a problem. Again, very glad for the verbal callouts.
Think on your feet.
Oh, come on, that just ended. And she's out.
This can't be right.
New knowledge acquired.
Well, that gives us new strength to work with. Now we're going to have to be aware of Clive. But our biggest issue right now is collecting and refining more stone. That hasn't really changed. Because in order to really gain strength, we're going to need to expand the castle. Bear. Is the bear any good? Oh yeah, it won't show me its blood value while it's sleeping. Why? No idea. Oh. Wolves. Here we go. Snow. The need for stone is all-consuming. As I kept saying last time, at least 60% of the game is just mindlessly banging on resource nodes like this. This is another build area. Very small. I will take its stone resources though. Our blood well is also concerning me. I start to get a little antsy every time it falls below half. Because that means I have to be on the lookout for the next powerful meal. Foolish creatures. We're now over a stack of stone, which is pretty good. Could be better. I may have to settle for some suboptimal blood just to tide me over while I'm harvesting. We have a camp of some kind. 3, 14... 9... Pretty bad. And 7. I'm not really in any state to be picky. Uh-oh. We can mine sulfur now. What good is that? No idea. That's a lot of stone. Unfortunately, it's up there. We do have a little stone right here. More stone. I seem to have found a pretty decent spot for stone. I'm kind of expecting some kind of creature to just appear out of nowhere, because these back areas tend to be full of things like tree ants and wolf packs. Everything else. This one, though, appears genuinely safe. Or at least as safe as you can get. It would also be nice if our home location came with some kind of permanent marker. So I wouldn't have to manually put a tracking point on it. Like, I just want to know where I live, man. I think this is the camp. Yeah, this is one of the whetstone camps. That's positively full of archers. Well, we've got stone, and we should have more whetstones at home by now. Maybe. Maybe I have to rework how items are arranged in the grinder inventory to get those whetstones going. I want those whetstones prioritized so I can make another grinder. Free stone. And the stone points here have respawned, or maybe I just ignored them. Pack those gems away. Got a reinforced bone spear that I do not need, because I already have rejected one. How are those whetstones not being made? Because it's not made there. It's made here. I'm not stupid, I swear. Production, refinement, grinder, planks, and copper. Oh. Oh no. Our mist brazier has stopped working. Here, have some bones. So that needs to be fixed. Alright, we need at least one more grinder. And I need more copper to make this devour. Everything is happily running. I do have to address the whole more copper thing, though, which may involve revisiting the copper mine. My spellbook is giving me a chaos point. Not really much to take with that besides Chaos Volley. How are we doing on stone blocks and planks? because I need more castle space. Also, why is basic stone in there? We now have plenty of floor space. As for walls, that's a little bit more expensive.
This will not work.
We need one of these to be a doorway. Let's of course put the door in it. Wait, I placed a window. I meant doorway. Followed by door. Now we just need to move our storages about. And we need the blocks for 2 more walls. All the palisade stuff can go. I just need these 2 walls. Well, this one wall.
I cannot build here.
Perhaps this is enough stone for the final wall piece. Boom. Indoors. And put our mist brazier outside. We have a magnificent indoors with a workshop. The things that are not workshop specific can come back out of the workshop. This lumber bench is workshop specific. And there we go. We have made our castle grounds a bit more magnificent. Or at least a bit more functional. Now it's time to go get more copper. That, I think, is a treant. I was correct. And I think I have to go past it. Don't mind me. Maybe I can find a better blood donor while I'm out and about. A high-grade worker or something from the mine itself would certainly be a step up. Hello, gore swine. Don't need you right now. Here's the mine. Here's everyone in the mine. Don't care. Now, who's dumb enough to have followed me in? Anyone? Kind of. Yep. Just a few. We both block at the same time. And you are a 20% brute. Which isn't especially impressive, but it's better than what I had. There are so many patrol groups in here. Are we about done now? Because every time I've killed someone, the next group has been right on their heels. Looks like things are quiet now. Blood Rose Seed, Morning Lily Seed, that's nice. And some other things that influence things that we don't have. Worker 32. I'll take that. That gives us increased resource yield and increased damage against resource objects. A very nice thing to have considering why we're here. Our only issue now is going to be inventory space. This copper only stacks so high. Copper, leather, clay, sure. More friends. Ooh. Brute 82. I won't find too much better than that in a while. That does cost us the decent level worker. But that's fine. Going from a 30% to an 80% is good no matter what the change is. Inventory space beginning to run rather light. Wait. Oh. These numbers are red, so the upcoming night is going to be a blood moon. I don't think there's going to be a better time to go after Clive. Fire Blossoms Seed. Yeah, that's our inventory pretty much full. We'll take this stone, bang on some copper until we can't take anymore, and then get out of here. That won't go too much higher. 217, it caps at 250. It's time to leave. It is, of course, daylight, which means we're hopping from shadow to shadow. Nothing we haven't done before. More patrols. Route 21. Don't care. Lydia. And the White Wolf. They can go ahead and tangle. What do I care if two V-Blood candidates start beating on each other? If we could only go faster. Hello, monkey. Ow. You glance away for a second, you take an arrow to the face. Well, That's actually a bit of a complicated opinion from me. It's got a lot of tedium and a lot of grind. That cannot be ignored. You can do custom settings to alleviate some of that, but that doesn't change the fact that fully 40 to 60% of the game is going to be hunting resource nodes. So there is a whole lot of hunting resource nodes at all times. The castle building is nice. I do have to give it credit for that. Though this again runs into the problem of how expensive everything is. So it really seems meant to keep you at a slow burn. So you can't really make a lot of progress very quickly. It's enjoyable, at least, in terms of its core mechanics. So it's got that going for it. It just has a lot of weird irritations and problems. The most obvious of which is the fact that there is a Waygate teleportation network that you will almost never use. Because practically every resource in the game, including Coarse Threat, which drops from basic enemies, is flagged as cannot be teleported. I found the difficulty has been pretty fine for the most part. It doesn't really get challenging until some of the later V-Blood stuff that is where the things that you need to survive the V-Blood enemies are gated behind the V-Blood enemies. Kind of the Terraria problem, as I called it. Right now, though, we are taking advantage of this blood moon to go hunt Clint the Firestarter, and thank you for the follow. Uh-oh, surprise Treant. Pardon me. Doing alright. Just hunting down a target while we have an advantageous lunar event. I don't think Clint is a particularly dangerous V-Blood target, but if I'm going to be handed an advantage like this, I'm going to use it. I would not call it a favorite. I'm just having a look at how it's changed in the 1.0 release. And so far, not much has changed. We are using default world settings. I have changed nothing for more of an authentic first look experience of 1.0. I am aware that a lot of things that I may be complaining about now or in the future can be just removed with custom settings, but I feel doing that would be would pay a disservice to the game as a whole, at least in this first look kind of experience. Where is Clint? He's still far. I don't really have any single game that I play mostly. I mean, I always return to Minecraft. That's always going to be a staple of my channel here. But there's not really anything that I favor over anything else. I'm just kind of jumping around my game library largely at random. Okay, Clint is finally nearby. And it's a copper quarry. Where is the guy? He can't be here. I'm not really sure how to answer that. I have a set schedule. I don't know whether I'd call it full-time or part-time. I begin at noon and then usually run until at least 4. Every day other than Tuesday. So more often than not, I'll be here unless something else comes up. This... Oh yeah, Sulfur Quarry, this is the place. And that was him. No, that's just a regular bomber. But Clint has got to be here. Ow. Ow! A whole lot is going on there. But it seems we've come out on top. Oh, an artist, are you? I think I see where this is going. Do you know how many times I've heard the artist sales pitch? So I will say this once and only once. I'm not interested. Oh, there's a lot of guys here. I would much prefer to isolate Clint, but that does not seem to be on the table right now. Whoa. This is not the best blood known for me. How did I get so badly outnumbered? But before we deal with that, actually that doesn't pause time, does it?
Death is not the end.
Fair enough. I guess I'd better return at this nearest way gate, but before we do that, someone was not listening. I was very clear that I wasn't interested, and the sales pitch continued. So what did we do wrong there with Clint? Well, kind of got right into the scrap without paying attention to where any of his allies were. And he managed to gather a whole ton of dudes to outnumber us. Carelessness. Carelessness cost me that fight. Carelessness and being overeager. And I don't know if there's enough Blood Moon left to actually finish the fight. Heck, I don't know if there's enough Blood Moon left to get my stuff back. Here, see how you like that. There was not enough time to get my stuff. We're still dealing with nonsense. And now I have to dance around the shadows just to get my things back. Execute. Stop bombing my entire shadow. That's not a shadow I can hide in. That's mine. Yeesh. Now what do we do? The answer isn't fight Clint. At least not in these conditions. I have tried before. And a significant shift to the daylight made me pay for it. So we need to find somewhere to lay low until the next night. Our inventory is also loaded, which is not ideal. Maybe I could find another waygate that's closer for coming to get Clint. I think there's one up north here somewhere, if I remember right from a previous playthrough. This will also help us fill out our map and identify additional regions. Hello, shade? There we go. Forest thing. What's this? Gleaming Meadows. I know there's someone there. The Gleaming Meadows hosts another V-Blood target that, in my previous playthrough, I had to use Blood Moon buffs to take down. know there should be another waygate somewhere around here. This is just way too much empty space for there to not be one. I also need to be on the lookout for another blood target. Because dying to Clint and Co. cost us about half of our blood well. There's the waygate. That's all I want to do here. Discover the waygate. Which isn't even closer to the sulfur quarry than the other one. Alright, back we go with inventory full. To check on the stone block progress of our grinders. Because again, we still need to be expanding the castle. There are things I need to build yet that I don't even have space for. What? Who said that? Oh no. It's Tristan. We are in Tristan territory. Tristan is a colossal pain. He's not fun to fight. And if you're in the zone where he can roam, he is everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Kind of like the Alpha Wolf. I have had an incident where I was just trying to get home. I was farther in the game. I could hypnotize civilians. I was trying to bring one home, which you can't use most of your powers while you have a hypnotized target. I ran into Tristan on the way 3 times. By the 3rd time, he finally managed to kill my hypnotized civilian. What's going on here? I'll take those bones. This does not go where I need to. And you are going to be a problem. Flower swine again? I'm just trying to get home. I don't need all these V-blood targets all over my map. There's a 22% Deadeye. It's just a very busy world when you don't want it to be. .29% creature. I'm using 26%. I don't think that's enough of an upgrade to merit picking a fight with a bear. Two, 2, 8. Not worth fighting. I mean, they could be worth some blood essence. But is that really worth the time? Alright then, what do we got here? Some books to research. We've unlocked windows. Marauder gloves, which we already have. So this can be torn apart. Stash, store, and stock things. I didn't really gather any wood on purpose this trip, but I'll take what we got. I don't have any stone at all, but look at all these stone blocks. Tasty. Gem, the Marauder book as well. Ugh. I also do need more planks, definitely. And again, why is there stone in there? So one of the things that we need to construct is, well, this guy. And the vermin nest, which is made from raw stone. And bone. We have the bone. We have plenty of stone. I'll just take all that. And it's huge. Which, I knew that. There's also the tombs. I'll get one just to have it down. We'll be moving those in fairly short order. And now we have copper, which gives us our Devourer. I already have a woodworking bench down, so I don't care. Use a leatherworking station. So let me get some of that tannery leather. What else? alchemy storage and tailoring storage. Larger chest. These also seem very new to me, incidentally. These specialized storages. Previously, you could just build a shelf. And the shelf itself was just a thing. And then you just had to remember which shelf you were using to do what with. But having very specialized shelves like this is quite nice. Except I don't know why these flowers aren't going in the alchemy storage. That would seem to be where they belong. The hearts, too, I would classify as alchemy, but I guess the game itself doesn't. Oh well, I suppose that's a mystery that will have to be figured out another time. This chest is now empty and can go. Hello there. We have another seed to plant.
This will not work.
Our garden's just kind of going rampant out here. I haven't bothered to do anything in particular with it. Now, about this whole disassembly thing. Crunch away, my friend. Our vermin nest over here takes in bones and plant fiber to make rats, fish bones and plant fiber to make bigger rats, and then Nibbles is summoned with grave dust and an unsullied heart. We do need to fight Nibbles. I think some grave dust can be arranged, and I'm pretty sure I have unsullied hearts kicking around. Grave dust is just made from bones. And I have enough, just kind of sitting here. So let's call in the rat boss. Day or night, doesn't matter, I'm indoors. Bring on the squeaking devil. I mean, if he wants to run circles, he can run circles. Poison Blast. Oh, interesting. Kind of drilling into the ground to summon ads. It's a lot of ads. Ice for everyone. This is so many rats. All I can really do here is kite. We've just finished the previous wave of ads, and he's summoning more. Maybe we should be focusing him so he doesn't summon even more ads. And down he goes.
Taste of knowledge.
I don't know how he turned into 3 ordinary rats, but I'm not going to look a gift rat in the teeth. I guess. Rats stack up to 10. Good to know. Our buddy here has chewed up all the things. Let's see, Frostbat Gem, Ice Nova Gem, Ward, Corrupted Skull, Bone Explosion. I think I have Bone Explosion unlocked. Yeah, let's slot the jewel in there. No reason not to. We don't have Ice Bat. I don't seem to have jewels for much of anything else. Chance to spawn a mage instead of a warrior. That'd be a good upgrade for Ward. And that's the same thing. They have different names, but they are the exact same ornament. So one of these can be shredded. I don't even want that. That can be shredded. 6% cooldown, not worth keeping. And this, I think that's meant to chain with other frost-based spells. But for now, we will destroy the ball. Just looking at our durability, which is not the best, but could be worse. Leatherworking.
I am missing key ingredients.
Leather and coarse thread. I should have that. Bag time. This too is different from the early access version that I played. Instead of bags just flat expanding your inventory, it used to be you had 4 bag slots, and each bag had like 6 inventory slots for a specific type of thing. So you could have, I don't remember exactly what they were, but I'm just going to invent. Like, for example, you could have an ore bag, which could hold, say, 6 stacks of stone and copper, but only stone and copper. I don't think that was actually one of them, but that's just an example of how the system used to work. I need more wood. We've finally gone over a stack of stone brick. But we need more wood for planks because I intend to have a second floor. Mostly for these things. These things can go up on the second floor. No. And now we have rat form. Which is not faster than wolf, but it manages aggro better than wolf. The demand for basic resources never ends. And we still need to face Clint. Go ahead and harvest our garden here. I guess none of the other seeds are complete. I'm not stashing wood or stone. It's a lot of snowflowers. It still wants me to build a waygate. Which, if anything, I would want outside. Blood essence, gem dust, bricks, and grave dust. Alright, let's talk about those resources. That's not enough gem dust. We get gem dust by crushing gems, don't we? Any old gem. But we need 20. And I have 6. That would make 12. 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20. Crush them up and make the bricks a lower priority. Apparently that's not how this works. Can I toggle this recipe off temporarily? I can. That's how it works. Oh, wow. They are crushed 4 at a time. That's better yield than I thought. Crude gems yield 4 gem dust. Well, I suppose I could have learned that if I had decided to read. I might be able to save some of these. Alright, as you were. Pack all the gems away, that's 2 ingredients. I need bricks and grave dust. Bricks we have ample of, and grave dust is considered alchemy, which we don't have enough of. "48 bones makes 1? Are you kidding?" That doesn't go there. Alright, let's put the stone blocking on pause again and get this grave dust going. We needed, well, only 4, so that's not a big deal. It's just a matter of hanging out until that happens. And there we go. Back to our stone business. The last one's the stone bricks that I just put away. Also, I have half a stack of stone in here again. How does that keep happening? I explicitly do not put wood or stone in here. Or copper, for that matter. How do things keep ending up in there? When they need to be ending up in the processing areas. Anyway, about this waygate. Constructed, we can't interact with it while holding some of the things we used to build it. I love waygates, they're so useless. It's the ingot. And also the gem dust, to be fair. There, we've interacted with the waygate.
Recognize my power.
Now we can stone coffin. And we need the stone coffin in order to make servant coffins. Brick, more grave dust, and 2 amethyst. We don't have the amethyst. Well, that's a bit of a pain. Where am I supposed to find crude amethyst? I'm sure I could buy some. Excuse me. So I think we teleport here, visit the merchant, see if we can buy an amethyst. Then we won't be able to teleport home with it. And then fight Clint. All of that hinges on it not being daylight. So I'm just going to take a minute and step away for a bit and let time pass. I'll be back very shortly. Alright, let's see if my little time wasters lasted just long enough. Let's go give Clint the fire starter another piece of our mind and hope he doesn't take another piece of our backside. If this contains an amethyst, it'll save me from trying to buy one. Dust. I didn't see. No amethyst. Go through the rock. Shady gem dealer.
Got you something special.
I'll take one.
Can I interest you in a little something?
We have Marauder, Grim Ranger, Merciless Copper. If I'm going to Merciless Copper anything, it should be the spear. But I think much, much more than that. We could use some Alchemy Lab. Well, this isn't critical yet. Give me a better spear schematic. And we want to approach Clint from the south. Just because there's less garbage in that area. Whoa. Wolf hunting parties. After that. It was after that deer. The deer is now gone. Let's use rat form to infiltrate. We're gonna sneak up on Clint. Nobody'll know it's us. I think I've been lied to. I think I've been lied to. Everyone knows it's us. Okay, that's the problem. Our level is just... our gear score, I should say, is just slightly below what it evidently needs to be. There's Clint. No, I've got something for you. Dodge. How are these Deadeyes hitting so hard? We have got to get the distractions out. Nope, move faster. I don't know how much damage that large bomb does, but that is spooky. Also, stop running down into the quarry. I want you to get out of the quarry. He will not be pushed out of the quarry. And it's just bomb markers everywhere all the time. There's nowhere safe to stand. Go up the hill! Damn! Nope, move. Again, stuck in the corner, can't go up the ramp. What I don't want to happen is I don't want... Stop. Stop. Don't you dare de-aggro. The worst thing that could happen here is for the fight to just end. And for the game to decide that I'm not fighting Clint anymore, for his health to go to full. We have lucked out. Clint is out.
I feel stronger.
That cost us quite a bit of health. Now we have access to all the sulfur of the sulfur mine. Unfortunately, it's very nearly dawn, so we don't have very much time to take advantage of these resources. Daybreak. which means I've got to get out of here before Clint respawns. Mission accomplished. Time to go. Combat. How am I in combat? There's nowhere around. Did I enter combat with that deer? Okay, now all we need is to not run into Tristan. I wouldn't mind cracking some more gem-studded rocks if we see them, but nothing else is really a high priority to stop our mad dash home. Oh, that's what we're looking for. One of them, anyway. Unfortunately, the daylight is going to make this very awkward. Get a combo in, hide in the shade. And away we go. Don't know why that bear is just roaming around, but we don't ask these sorts of questions. Also, my blood situation is kind of dire. I haven't been paying attention to my blood level. I guess combat takes it out of you. There must be some hidden blood cost to using spells and abilities. Sure would be nice to know about that, because I can't think of any other reason why my blood would be so very low right now. Bear 29? I know I turned this exact bear down earlier. But now I get the upgrade and a refill. Bit of a misclick there. There's that tree ant that won't leave. He just kind of lives there, right at the foot of my base. And we're home. We have the amethyst, the stone bricks, everything else we need. I think this is what keeps happening. I keep quick stacking here. So I need those amethyst. I don't need this reinforced bow and sword because I already have one. Okay, look, gem dust. Could have saved myself a whole bunch of trouble. Fat goby. A fish. A fish. Our grinders have finished. Giving us a lot of stone dust. That's big. That's really big, actually.
A pleasing slumber. Yet another accomplishment.
Yep. I'm planning on making multiple floors. It's just a matter of where to put the staircase. Castle stairs, we have corner stairs, straight stairs, all kinds of stairs. Those are huge. They're all pretty huge. Disconcertingly huge. So here's what I'm gonna do. Just throw everything out of the way temporarily. Doesn't matter if it's in the way elsewhere. I can put this here, which occupies these 2 tiles. Or for some ungodly reason I could occupy those 2 tiles and a 3rd tile. Why would anyone want to do that? I mean, it's aesthetic for some reasons and some applications, but... And this is a 4-tile stair. That's ridiculous. Vampire Rising, build a staircase. That's a little on the nose. Now I need to place flooring up here. Blocked by environment. Trees in the way some more. And we'll capture all the space we have up here. I need to have a word with our wooden neighbors. Now, as I was saying, I need more stone bricks and planks to wall in this area. The bricks we have, the planks are now lacking. Behold, planks. And we've run out of planks. We also research these new merciless items. Two emerald, 12 whetstone, and 4 leather. There's also the matter of the copper longbow that we can improve to merciless. Is the copper longbow made over here? No. How do we make that? Is it leatherworking for some reason? No. Oh, it's been here the whole time. More planks. Alright then. Well, the castle's a little bit in shambles until I finish the second floor. I did not invite skeletons. But I will take your bones. It is amazing that we've been collecting hundreds and hundreds of wood just for destroying V-Blood targets near trees. And it's not enough. It's just not enough. clear cutting all the night long. And you know, it may actually be a good time to experiment with moving the castle. Because here we are, way over in the southeast. And so much of what we need to do is more over on the western edge. I could get closer to the copper mine, I could get closer to the... I don't think I have access to the iron mine yet. We've got planks. The sawdust is beginning to stack up, which is not ideal. I harvested some stone, not all that much. All the plant fiber and flowers are still a growing concern. Unfortunately, it's daybreak. So, walling up here is going to have to be swift.
I cannot build here. This will not work.
And we're successfully enclosed. We can open up some windows just to get a bit fancy in here. And now we have our upper floor. We don't have any new floor types. I don't care about wallpapers. Weird how windows are expensive. Anyway, servant coffins. Planks, copper ingots, greater blood essence. So we just need more planks, basically. Which are coming. And more of the greater blood essence, which comes from multiple unsullied hearts. Let's squish those hearts. And what was that for blood essence? 1 each? Not bad. I also have tons of wood and stone in here again. know how that happened. We may actually have the materials just to build one of these already. Flax, copper, and the greater essence. This will figure itself out in time. And you come with me. There. We now have a servant coffin.
Yet another accomplishment.
Giving us the dominate human form.
Thoughts are mine to dominate.
This is a tricky one, because it turns off all of our spells, and we have to maintain this form to continue puppeteering a captured target. Ah, we can make the longbow. Emerald whetstone leather, amethyst whetstone leather. What have we got here? We have the emeralds. Do we have the whetstones? I doubt it, because they wouldn't be in there. We do have the whetstones. We definitely have the leather. So now we have a ranged weapon that's more in keeping with our gear score. We have a salvaged ranged weapon that we no longer need. Everything else gets packed away. That's very slow to fire. Regardless, we're now on the hunt for a servant. This is where things start getting really tricky. Because not only do I have to isolate and damage a high value target, I then have to take down all of his friends and then keep him alive all the way home. Rogue 90. That's our candidate. So I need to take this poacher out. Change forms.
Human mind bends to me. You are in my grasp. Your mind is mine to control.
And now we need to get him back home. Without passing through that threat area. Now I can't change forms here. I would very much like to go wolf, but I have a follower who is dominated. I have to remain in dominate form to continue piloting this guy around. My only other option is to execute him, which is not at all what I want to do. Focus. Interesting. I didn't know Longbow did that. Mostly because I didn't know Longbow existed. It didn't last time I played. The only ranged weapon option previously was the crossbow. There's that tree ant. Keep our new friend well away from the tree ant. I also don't know how he has so much trouble keeping up. He moves faster than we do, but still lags behind. Anyway, into the brand new box you go. I need more blood essence to do that. Okay, let's go withdraw some. Sure am glad it told me I needed essence before we started this whole process.
You will find fulfillment in service.
Now we begin the conversion. Oh yeah, and the second floor is done now, so I have no excuse for all this garbage laying around in the middle of the floor. where do we want to move to with this experiment? There's still things over here I need to look at some point. But a lot of our big problems are over west, and we're going to need quick access to the copper mine, probably, and the iron mine eventually. What about here? Or even here? I think right here for now. Especially since this is all one territory. It's not split up into two pieces like some of the other dual level territories. Yeah, let's have a look at this territory. Making our way northwest, scouting property. We have a lower level, lots of stone ruins to be concerned with, then an upper level with a bear, and whatever's going on over here. We'll just let them tire each other out. That's a lot of damage before the bear even woke up. Alright. Castle relocation art. Somewhere around here. I don't know how this works.
My castle requires more blood.
Connect to an existing heart. That would be our core down here. And place mandatory structures, travel bags, and all of our floors.
I cannot build here.
Well, I can't really get that started until I clear cut the area. Unfortunately, it is now dawn. You know what? Sun resist. What does this potion even do? Increases sun resistance by 25. What does that mean? I guess that means that we have longer before it transitions from you're my sunbeam to you're being cooked. Also, what does it mean, mandatory structures? Hmm. And didn't I already cut this tree down?
This will not work.
I am not. Don't you tell me I'm aborting relocation. I'm busy with the relocation. There's just a lot of area that needs to be stripped. Especially since we keep losing sunlight. Or losing shade. The shadowy indoors counts as real. That's nice. have to get my stairs somewhere. Ah, good. Darkness. Where can I even fit these? Not in this corner. I mean, they would physically go there, but then there's nowhere to walk once I arrive. I don't want to waste a floor space.
I cannot build here.
We need more floors.
I cannot build here.
And we need even more space clear. Cursed trees, get out of my way.
Is my castle hard?
I guess that'll do for stairs. And we have the travel bags, which can, I guess, go pretty much anywhere. Mandatory structures 1. Oh. Oh. I have to replace all of my stuff. Alright then. These are the mandatory structures. Hello there. Starting to notice a pattern today. There's our lumber things. We need to get our grinders down.
This will not work.
We have a devourer. We'll just stick him by the workshop. Some of this is very ambitious. Though I do appreciate that I can completely rearrange my castle during the moving process. more clearing out to do. And I may have to go eat that deer, because my blood is lacking. Floors. I need an entrance.
I cannot build here.
With a door. Aha! The deer is trapped. Now I can eat it whenever I see fit, without having to chase it down. Gonna have to pepper in some of these windows so I can get some of the walls back. We need our coffin, our servant coffin. The mist brazier. Our storages need to be ready.
The castle heart is starving. I must feed it.
Quit whining. I'm busy. There's nothing I can do about that right now. Which Castle Heart is even complaining? This one? It can't be this one. Because I can't put anything in that one. Alchemy storage, tailoring storage. I think that's all my storages. Woodworking needs to be in here. Wherever I can cram it. It's blocked by the sawmill, even though it definitely isn't blocked by the sawmill. Workbench, leatherworking, which is blocked even though it isn't. Our vermin nest can come upstairs, as was always planned. The tomb goes up here as well. We've got the blood press and the tannery. I can place the research desk. We've got our growing plots. And then our away gate, which goes and somewhere out here. That'll do. And that's everything except our last 4 walls. And 8 floors, and those will be converted to resources. Rumble. And that's it. We have our new home. The storage arrangements aren't exactly perfect. But all is well here. Put you there so I can see. If I face those like that, then the woodworking bench looks a little bit more organic. It would be better if I flipped them. Bingo! That's a better use of my space. I might want the blood press a little shifted, because the castle heart's kind of in the way. Just back into the corner a little more there. That'll do. Now this is less blocked. Our servant over here is still converting. Close to done. The whole moving thing took quite a while. Now I'm going to use vampire magic nonsense to plant in our plots through the wall. And with that, we're moved. It only took us 2 days. Now about this deer. Don't care that it's low grade, I'm starving. We also have the alchemy table available now for planks and sulfur. But the key thing is that our next target is Finn the Fisherman. Very far away to the east. We just moved west. Now we have to go way back east to get this guy? Where's the alchemy table? Planks and sulfur. We've got planks in here, but sulfur needs to be refined from sulfur ore. Really? We smelt sulfur, do we? That's a thing that makes sense. I'm not really happy with the way everything's arranged here, but I suppose we'll live with it, at least until we get access to some more floor types, and can thereby boost our other productions. So this Finn the Fisherman is very far to the east. Now, he's nearby. So where are we going? The night is young yet. That moose just appeared out of nowhere. That's a tree ant. This looks like our place. And that looks like him. And he has no friends.
I've been discovered, but you won't take me alive.
Is he seriously gonna slap me with a fish?
I'm gonna need both hands for this. I'm one with the water.
What? Oh
I bet
no.
you've never seen a fish like this. My expertise with the rod is unmatched.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I have never seen a fish like that.
Your weapons are nothing against my rod.
Who could have seen any of this coming?
Let's grab a bite.
We've got piranha. There's a lot going on right now.
My expertise with the rod is unmatched. I'm one with the water.
He's about to pull up more problems.
Your weapons are nothing against my rod.
How did we stun him? That isn't something I did.
Watch out for this seed. Hope you're hungry.
Ow.
Heed the call of the seaman. I'm gonna need both hands for this. There's nothing I can't catch.
We now have 2 serpents on the field. This is so much trouble. Yep, dodge one into another. We are back to playing Gungeon. I just got reeled in. Bad timing. He's summoning a third serpent. He's low. I don't know if that matters, because we have so much on the field. I'm sorry, Rod and Reel what? Go down, go down, go down, go down.
More peaceful than this life.
Whew.
I feel stronger.
I could not have predicted that fighting a fisherman would give me more trouble than anything previously. Seriously, a fisherman. And now we're packing tons and tons of cannot be teleported stuff. And we need to return all the way back home, which is now on the other side of the map. We moved the entire castle, specifically so we wouldn't have to make long trips like this. And our targets suddenly shifted over to the other side of the map that we just moved away from. Anyone who is surprised that we were immediately made a fool of is not paying attention. Moose. I want this deer. Stop stacking poison on me. I'm trying to drink a deer. Moose. Oh boy. Moose brought friends. Where are you running? Uh-oh. Daybreak. I better step on it. I still have that stun resistance running. Kind of surprised a bit. Now this is a potion with duration. Oh no! I'm. What? Excuse me. What? Simon shitting Belmont. Yeah, you can fight my clone, and I'm leaving. I am in no shape to be taking on a Belmont. Tree, you're drunk. As I was saying, no shape to be taking on a Belmont during the day, if at all. Why does auto-navigate always have me passing through the lumber camp? Ow. Excuse me, I'm trying to leave. And home again. Lots of assorted miscellaneous deposit, including some more fish. Wait, no. I want to plant that. We have more research books. Marauder boots. Alchemy lab flooring. Oh, now I don't have to buy it. And Grim Ranger vest, which I already have. So you can eat that one. Alchemy lab, alchemy lab. I know the blood press works in the alchemy lab. What I may have to do is expand the castle in this direction, turn this whole corner into alchemy lab. Maybe move the heart around a little more. Also, why do I have hearts in that slot? Must be because I ran out of rat salve. Plant and bone. Alright then. You see planks and sulfur. I also want more flooring, which is bricks. Planks, bricks, sulfur. Stone for the grinders. This whole area over here needs to be cleared so I can get some floors down and expand even more. I also want these. I can't move. Darn. I can't move these plots while there are plants in them. So that'll be a later project. Right now, we are paving over this entire plot. Everything must go. What is that all around? Saplings. I forgot saplings were a thing. That'll do it until I can get these moved. Which I can move right now. one more floor, apparently. Not workshop, castle. I'm going to floor alchemy lab, which is just stone, brick, and sulfur. Wait a minute. I'm remembering something. You are an alchemy lab structure. And the tomb is not a structure at all. So alchemy lab needs to be just a little bit bigger than I was banking on. There are a lot of nice looking patterns. I think I like Vermis. Get another door here at the base of the stairs. Wall this off to make it an enclosed alchemy specific space. The blood press kicks on because now it's cheaper. And I need to get these non-alchemy things out of here. We need Taylor flooring. You need forge flooring. And you don't care. You are also a Taylor structure. And it counts. I apparently don't need to wall here. Which is kind of funny, honestly. You'd think I'd need to have a wall by the staircase to complete this. But I guess not. So we have our blood press. And the vermin nest is coming down here. I don't really know where I want this thing. Because it's huge and obnoxious. Why must it be so awkwardly sized? It's not exactly one tile, it's not quite two tiles, it's just irritating. Material storage. I can now make knowledge storage and consumable storage. I don't think I care about either. We still need this alchemy table, which is more sulfur, which I think I'm just now out of because I placed all that flooring. That's okay. We're cooking some. Also, these things need forge flooring. Don't have that yet. So I guess once I get access to forge flooring, the workshop is going to get smaller. Oh. More sulfur. How did that happen? I thought I was processing all of it. Oh, we have enough. It's just a matter of the blood essence. And our blood press has gotten enough. Alchemy table's a bit on the chunky side. You can make vermin salve. Wait. 132.20. 124.15. You can make vermin salve more cheaply. There's also Brew of Ferocity, the explosives box that we just unlocked, and bottles made of glass that I do not yet have any purpose for. Well, the good news is I think that's practically everything. Practically everything we have access to building, we have built. Just not this herb storage. This is a storage that we desperately need. This way, this chest can stop being full of plants. We also have access to garden paths and garden fences. I get these things arranged so they don't take up nearly as much internal real estate. That's a bit more efficient. Get our plants replanted. make use of the herb storage at last. Things are starting to look up. Now we can make a fishing pole, apparently, if we wanted to mess around with that. Do we have the Morning Lily to make the Gravedigger ring yet? We'd better. That's a lot of it. There was also grave dust, which we don't have enough of. We have established that fish bones go somewhere else. I need up to 12 grave dust, and then I don't think I have the 4 crude emeralds, so this isn't that much of a rush. Oh, I do. So it is a bit of a rush. There's also a greater blood essence in there, so I'll take that. Now it's just a matter of the grave dust. I don't think this is going to give me 12. Just a hunch. So we'll pack everything away again and raid a graveyard for bones. Also, I should probably look at my servant's situation up here, because he's almost certainly ready. Dr. Bones? No. So he's a tracker and a hunter, has no gear. And the nameless isn't that great. We'll just go with Bort.
Rise, servant, and do my bidding.
He needs gear. All of my old gear I trashed.
Recognize my power.
And we can now build the castle throne, involving reinforced planks. Well, how are those made? Not here. Wait, yes here. It's locked. Of course it's locked. Why is it locked? Do I have them anyway? No, that's something else. So we got a frost point, we got a fishing rod, and our gear score is having trouble. The Feywalker gives us garlic resistance, growing plots, large growing plots, which would be, these are helpful for organizing herbs and growing trees. Huh. Decorative hedges. And she's an illusionist. This is, I think, the person who I needed Blood Moon to kill before. Kodia, the bear. Bear form. And Niklaus the Fallen, a necromancer, who holds the secret of paper. None of these guys have the secret of reinforced planks. And I've killed everyone else in Act 1, who's below them. Again, east very far away, east very far away. Why did I move my castle west? Well, for her. And my gear level is 27, which I desperately need to fix. Let's unlock Ice Nova, just to unlock something, and we have to unlock Power Surge. No other spell points present themselves, and Storm Magic isn't even on the field yet. This is where the bear is. I remember that very well. So I'm not really in any shape to go hunting the next tier of problems. What I need to do is earn some copper and upgrade my gear. Pretty sure I was looking at the Marauder set for its weapon attack speed up. Shadewalker for crit is a thought. Grim Ranger for physical power is also a thought, certainly. Weapon attack speed just plays to my advantages. Sweet leather, coarse thread, and copper. Can I make coarse thread yet? Because I really don't think so. There's the copper. Coarse thread, I've got a decent amount. Also, what is all this hide doing in here? the hides go in the tannery. We're going to marauder up. Need marauder leggings and vest, whatever those are called. Fortunately, we got some copper, and the merchants, or at least a set of merchants, are just this way. Right, bookman.
Wanna trade?
Marauder leggings. That's on the list. Forge flooring is also on the list, but that's a bit of out of our price range.
Break it, you buy it.
He's just kind of selling random stuff.
Break it, you buy it.
Silver resistance. Enchanted brew for spell power and some seeds. Nifty. Not really compelled by any of it. So that's our marauder leggings. Which were thread, leather, and copper. That gives us 3 of the 4 pieces, brings us up to gear level 30. So we're getting places. We are getting places. Our targets are still 35, so we're still just nowhere near where we need to be. And it's daylight, so that's also happening. Hooray. Well, it's not daylight immediately, but it's about to be. What we need is more coins to unlock more merciless gear. And I'm not sure it's possible to just farm either. There's daybreak. Sure am glad that trees falling on my castle don't smash the walls. Who would make a game where that's a mechanic? Oh, is our sun resistance ended? I think our sun resistance ended. Ow. Just one tick is enough to send me packing. What else is in here that shouldn't be? Copper, wood, basic stone. None of that should be in there. Oh, I have 1,000 stone for some reason. Herbs, gems, clay. And it is getting a little bit on the late side, so I think that'll about do it for now. We've moved, expanded, haven't really improved our gear all that much, but we're working on that. We have a new friend who currently does nothing. And he needs gear of his own. More leather and coarse thread, it sounds like, but I don't have a supply of coarse thread just kind of knocking around. We will have to hunt some coarse thread in the near future. But that is a tomorrow problem. Until then.